Oh, I'm going to tell you about Forgotten Anne because Daniel Pierce, you know that guy, he does some voice work. You know the guy, right? Yeah. So he hooked me up with a copy of this insanely well-crafted, hand-animated mystery puzzler game. And it is just it's kind of like, okay, so it looks like Japanese animation, but not like anime. You know, like Studio Ghibli.
Ghibli.
Right.
Is it Ghibli or Ghibli? See, now we're back
I'm not
to
going to get into that.
Look, GJ. Come on now. We got to make a decision. Ghibli, Gibbs, Jibs,
I'm going with Ghibli.
All right, Ghibli. It's fine.
All right, so I'm going with Ghibli. So, all right, so you're this keeper. You're Anne, I'm assuming, because I think that's what they said, actually. And so you're in this world where objects from the real world are transported when they're lost by their owners, and they're called Forgottlings. So this game has a whole bunch of characters that you interact with. You're a human, and you're interacting with like socks and Tiffany lamps. By the way, very clever.
What?
Tiffany lamp's name is Tiffany.
Oh, geez.
And so right.
Wait, your socks are sentient? You can talk to them?
They're not your socks. They're single socks that were forgotten by the regular world, and now they're in this realm where they're trying to get back. There's actually a professor or doctor or master, I think is what they call Banku, and he is creating this bridge back to the real world to get all these forgottlings, things that have been forgotten, whether it be socks or. And unfortunately, there's one that was a forgotten gun. I don't know about that one.
Oh, geez, yeah.
It was a handgun. The first time I ever approached that one, I was like, whoa, stop talking at me because you're pointing that thing right at my face.
Oh, yeah, look at this. There's a table that was forgotten. There's a sock.
Yeah, tables are forgotten.
Yeah, the sock is bigger than the table. I think they've got a proportion problem, but it's fine.
They do have a proportion problem. That's okay. It's not distracting at all. But the voice acting is fun. I like all the different characters. You end up running into a lot of different voice actors.
Right here. Did a job with meaning. Remember, you're not rotten, just forgotten.
Yeah, that seems all right. Seems like the kind of stuff I'd like.
Right, and it is because so from the very get-go, you wake up and you're I forget the exact term for what she is, but she's basically like she watches over everybody, and she's supposed to be kind of like the enforcer. I think it might be the name what they used, enforcer.
Okay.
So she has the ability to store energy units into her wristband. And that wristband also allows her to activate her wings, which she can do really high jumps with. Very Japanese. I really like it. Most of it's platforming stuff, so it really comes in handy when you got to get to certain locations.
All right.
But with that energy, you can activate certain like steam pipes and unlock certain areas in the game or solve certain problems. By using that energy. It's not really steam, but it acts like steam because it kind of all runs through like tubes and that kind of thing. I don't like steam. I swear, that's why I like these energy crystals.
Yeah.
But the thing that disturbs me the most is you have to interact with these characters, and you do get options for how to communicate with these characters. So you can choose like to be gruff and short, or you can choose to be gentle, and that really comes into play because when you want a character to do something for you, if you're too overly aggressive with them, guess what? You're going to have to go a long way around to get back to where you was at because that guy ain't going to help you.
Yeah.
And that kind of sucks, but it's also a real good incentive to be nice. Sometimes you can't be nice. Like some of the first characters you come across, you have to decide whether to, and this is the part that really kind of hurts. It's really an emotional feeling. You actually de-energize these characters. So if you run across like a sock, this sentient, and you feel like he's a danger to the system, you literally suck his life force out of him.
Ew.
And he just dies. He's just he's inanimate now at that point in time. So
you mean okay? Do the socks successfully like make you feel like you are invested in them personally?
They kind of do, because the way the voice actors are doing a really good job in this. And so like there's different things like guns, scarves, Tiffany lamps, there's tables, chairs, all kinds of things you can talk to. And they actually put characters into this, and they're real easily recognizable characters almost right away. You really get a sense of whether the character is good or bad, and sometimes you're not quite sure, and it kind of gives a little bit of conflict to whether or not you want to, take their life, and take it away. And sometimes you have to use it because you have to have that energy to perform a function, and you have to make that sacrifice. You're like, oh, sorry, guy, gotta go.
Yep, out of here.
And yeah, you're out of here, buddy. But so far, I mean, it is just the animation is what really, the animation and the voice acting is what really just nails this game, because it is just so unique looking.
It doesn't look like graphics. It looks like
it's not. Remember how Dragon's Lair used to feel?
Yeah.
It's not to that degree where you're, it's more like on a platformer type
right
layout,
but it's pretty seamless. This looks like you're moving around an animated character.
You really do. It's all hand drawn animation, and it's just beautiful. It's been a lot of fun. I've had a lot of fun so far.
Yeah.
I'm only about maybe a quarter of the way in. I've solved a couple of major problems, but I still got a good ways to go. I like to report back on this again later, but I just huge thanks, because I don't know if I would have even seen this if Daniel Pierce hadn't threw it my way. But I'm glad to support it. It's a real fun game.
It seems cool. I guess I've never even. I mean, I hadn't heard of it, but this looks really nifty to me. Yeah,
it's getting good reviews too so far. It's a 76 on Metacritic, not out the park, but very positive on Steam.
Yeah.
Just came out May 15th,
yeah.
And so Square Enix is a publisher.
Yeah, there you go.
I'm enjoying it. I'm enjoying it a lot.